good morning everyone. Welcome to Home of English Centre. Today is Tuesday the 21st of April 2020. Please note we have an online lesson for years 3 and 4 today, and tomorrow we have an online lesson for years 5 and 6. Okay, so we've got a slightly shorter lesson today because we have a new theme and it will take a little explaining. So we'll dive straight in. First question is, what is this? This is a clock. A clock. What is the time? So, I'm going to take a step back now and explain. This is a clock, the one which is on your wall. Think back to where we were talking about houses, walls. This is the wall. The one that I'm wearing on my wrist here, on my arm, is a watch. But both tell the time. So what is this? This is a clock. What is the time? Remember, they're both questions, so they both need question marks. And remember to raise your voice when you ask a question. What is the time? The time is 1 o'clock. One hand, this is a hand, these are hands. One hand is at 1. We can see it there. Okay, so on to frame 2. What is the time? The time is 2 o'clock. You can see the thick line with black pointing to 2. The time is 2 o'clock. It was past 1, which is why the line is like this. It was 1. It will be 3. So remember and I'm just going to put it here, our time will, verb plus ing. What is happening right now? Finished was. Okay, so it will be 3 o'clock. It's going to go from 1 all the way around to 2, all the way around. It will be 3 o'clock. What is the time? The time is 4 o'clock. So let's make sure. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. The time is 4 o'clock. The hand is pointing to the 4. It will be 5 o'clock. It will be. Let's try. It will be 5 o'clock. What is the time? Now the time is 6. And you can say 6 o'clock. 6 of the clock. It has been shortened in English to o'clock. Is 6 o'clock. It was past 5. Let's try. It was 5. It will be 7. So you can see it was 5, it will be 7. Back to our timeline. It will be future. In the middle, it is now, was, finished, past. Okay, let's change. If everybody has that, let's change. Quite a lot to rub. Okay. So, I'm just going to change. Thank you. So, let's put our clock in. Here it is. Okay. So, let me actually put the numbers for you. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and at the bottom, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, so in the middle we have a dot. This is where the two hands meet. So what is the time? And here is our question. What is the time? What is the time? The time is 8. Is 8 o'clock. It was 7. Let's try our theory. It was 7. It will be 9. Okay, everyone understands that? It is now 8 o'clock. It was, let's go back, 7. It will be 9. Let's go on to the next one. Here is our clock. So let's put our numbers in. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, let's put our dot in where the two hands meet. And we're going to ask a question. What is the time? And our question mark. Now, what is happening now? The time is where is the hand pointing? It is pointing to the 10. The time is 10 o'clock. Okay. It was 9. It was 9. It will be 11. It will be. So here is our line again. And for time, slightly different. Will be. Now. Was. So the time is, what is the time? The time is 10 o'clock. It will be 11. It was 9. Okay, here is our clock. Okay, so here are our numbers. Six at the bottom, 12 at the top. Our dot where our hands meet. So remember our hands that move. And our question, what is the time? What is the time? The time is, the two hands are pointing up to the 12. So the time is 12 o'clock. The time is 12 o'clock. And I will write 12 in letters as well. The time is 12 o'clock. So this means it was 11. It was 11. It's now 12. It will be 1. Normally I'm asleep at this time, at 1 o'clock in the morning. It will be 1. So we're going to say it was 11, and here is in letter form. Let's fill it in a bit. 11. It was 11. It will be 1. It will be 1. Okay, our last one. Here is our clock. Twelve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the bottom, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay. These are numbers. These are numbers. Okay. These are the numbers from 12 to 1, or 1 to 12. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I'm going to write them for you. Yes, okay. We're going to do something else now. I'm going to tell you how minutes past you tell the time. Okay, so here is our clock. Let's take the hands out. Let's fill in all the numbers. Let's move it up just slightly. There we go. Okay, so here is our dot where our hands meet. And I'm going to say, what is the time? What is the time? So we're going to put one hand to the 9. So if the hand was pointing straight up, it would be 9 o'clock, but it isn't. It has gone all the way down to the 6. So what does this mean? It means it is, you can say 2 ways. We know one hand is pointing to the 9, so we can write in 9. Now we can say 9:30, 9:30, or more usually 9:30. Okay, why 9:30? The clock has gone half the way around. Okay, so it has gone from 12 to 6. 6 is half of 12. So we know it has gone half the way around. Okay, so when it is pointing down to the 6, up, down to the 6, we know it is half the way around. Or we can say 30 minutes past the hour, in this case 9:30. Half of 60 is 30. So your key is half. Half, okay. But sometimes we don't just have half. Okay, let's take this out. What about if the hands are there? So now you have 2 hands pointing to the 9. Okay, so in this case we know it's still 9 because the big hand, the slightly longer hand, so the hands look like this. One is the long hand and there is a shorter hand. It is pointing to the 9, so we know 9 is important, and it is also pointing to the 9. Okay, so the hand, the long hand, has started here at 9 o'clock. Okay, and it's gone around. And it stopped back at the 9. So we can say it is 9:45. 45 because it has gone 3/4 of the way around. Here is a quarter that it hasn't passed. So what you're doing is you are dividing the clock up. So it is 9:45 or 9:45. So it is 10:15 o'clock. Okay. But what if the hand is here. Let's take the hands out. We've still got our clock. Okay. We still have our clock. So let's stay with 9. We've got one hand pointing to the 9. So we know the 9 is important. And we have the other one pointing to the 3. So the long hand tells you what o'clock it is. If you notice, this is slightly shorter than this. So you have 9, it's still important, and the other hand has gone a quarter of the way around. So we can say it is 9:15 or quarter past 9. It has gone a quarter of the way around. So if you could imagine, your clock looks like this. There's the half, there's the quarter. So this hand has gone this way round, which is a quarter. So it is a quarter past 9. This is now a half. So you have your 6 here, your 9 here, 12 here, 3 here. So it has gone half the way around. So you know it is half past. Here, it has gone 3/4 of the way around. You can see only a quarter is left unshaded. So it is, if we're talking about 9, 9:45 or 9:45. Okay. So here, as we've said, we are quarter past 9. It has done a quarter of the way around. So just to fill you in, each of these numbers are 5 minutes. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. And now we're back to 12 again, which is 1 hour. Yes, and 60 minutes makes 1 hour. So 60 minutes in 1 hour. So if the hand is here, the small hand is here, it is 5 past, 10 past, quarter past, 20 past, 25 past, half past, 25 to, 25 to. You can say it's 9:35, nothing wrong with that. But we in British English would say 25 to. 22, quarter to, because it's gone 3/4 of the way around. 10 to, 5 to, o'clock. 60 minutes, 1 hour. What I will do is, tomorrow I will cover this again, because it's quite difficult to understand, especially these. So I will cover them again for you. Good luck with the time, and we will see you tomorrow.